Hello everyone, welcome to McFizzle's Hardcore Survival World Season 5 Between the Streams 20 and 21. And we are in the midst of building a level 2 of the villager, the building of busy villages. Extremely busy villages and dedicated to the tasks of trading me stuff. Because what has happened is the what I refer to as the rapture of my villages. We lost a bunch. I can even go through the ones that we lost. We lost Bob. And we also lost Fred, and we lost Lieutenant Bookman, and we lost Miss Dalton, and we lost Mary. All of those guys went to a better place. I don't know what happened to them, but I tried I was hoping that during the stream they would come back, but they didn't come back. So, and then I had another villager pop up, but he would not sleep, and so I tried moving him upstairs, which you'll see in this episode, but he did not sleep upstairs either, so he had to be euthanized because he would have, yeah, I just didn't feel comfortable having some guy that wasn't asleep in my place. So so this is the start of the second level. I think I've done the water elevators at this point. Looks like I have. So I'm just working on the perimeter of level 2, which will be known as level 2, the progeny of the raptured villages. So this is where all of their children will live. So we'll meet them. We'll meet a few of them in this episode. But yeah, at the moment it's just excavating this huge, room out and collecting any emeralds or iron ores or things like that we come across. Coal. Find a little bit. No diamonds. We didn't find a single diamond in this area, which is a bit surprising because it's quite a big space, but I don't know, you can't win them all, I guess. And so yeah, so it's good watching it in fast forward because it's I wish it would take this long in real life, but it takes a little while to empty out thing, and it used up a lot of my durability on my pickaxe. Somewhere along the way here, I lose my fortune pickaxe, my fortune 3 pickaxe. So I'm going to keep an eye out to see what I actually did with it. I've since remade another one, but I'm just wondering if I just threw it in the incinerator or not. Time will tell. As we move on to chunk 2, you can see I am doing some grinding, as I am wont to do. I like to do the grind, get some XP, and I am just got my eye on the fortune pickaxe, which is next to my stake there. I just wonder if I throw it into the furnace, but it doesn't look like it. I didn't do it there anyway. So yeah, my egg production has skyrocketed because I just don't have the enough farmers to trade them. So I have to keep an eye on that. Now I'm still digging out here. I've only got a few more layers. Well, this layer and 2 more, and then I can start putting in the floor and the gut and the farming area and stuff like that. I'm still using that same design that I found on the internet on YouTube. in season 3. I can't remember what the guy's name was that that I got it from, but off the top of my head. But I like it. I'm starting to get good at making it, and up until the Rapture, I think I've had pretty good luck with it on this in this world. But yeah, the troublesome thing with this now is getting the villages from, like, transferring the villages from downstairs to upstairs. So let's just keep an eye on that fortune pickaxe and see if I throw it in the... It doesn't look like it. Still in the inventory. Trading some food, getting some more eggs. Back to do some more trading and then some more digging, I would say. And probably working on the floor of the of level 2. So yeah, I've started going 3 blocks in, so then I don't have to use the hoe as much. And then putting in the dirt in the middle, which lines up great with the sort of hanging glowstone chandelier type thing. Oh. So yeah, the other option that could have happened with the fortune pickaxe is that I dropped it and it despawned, but I'm just keeping an eye on it to see when it disappears. Just seems odd that I would throw it into the furnace, All the stuff's there. So now I'm making some composters and getting some water for the level 2 stuff. Chunk number 3. The axe has replaced my fortune pickaxe. So it's in the inventory. So yeah, you can see it's the chandelier's up. I don't know what else you could call it. It sort of looks like a chandelier to me, but not like a fancy one, just sort of something that hangs from the roof. Just some sort of lighting. I'm sure there's a better name for it. So it's still in there. It's in my inventory there. Still in there. Still in there. Okay, so it's still in my inventory. You can see it just above the axe there now. As I fill in the I don't know what I'm doing here. I was probably looking for a mending potion or something, mending book. Yeah, it's still in there. Okay, yeah, so because the villager wouldn't sleep, I thought it might have been the beds or the composters or whatever were still, even though the villagers had been raptured, they were still connected to those items. So I ended up just destroying them, taking them and throwing them away. And then I found the villager wouldn't stay there anyway, so I ended up just getting rid of the villager. But now I think it's all working. I've got 3 villagers upstairs now, and yeah, it's going okay. So yeah, the fortune pickaxe is still in there. Oh yeah, this is me trying to make an armor stand. This took ages. Smooth stone. That's the answer, guys. You need to have smooth stone on the ground, on the bottom of it. Not stone and not cobble. It's got to be smooth stone. Didn't know that. Took me a while. Because it's since the last episode was episode 20, I can start using diamond armor. So I figured since I've enchanted, I put mending on the chest plate and the helmet is already done. So I thought I'll just start. This is where I'm going to put my statues of armor. They're going to go over there. Just for now, I've just kept it really rough, but yeah, that's good. So now we're trying to transport. This is the villager that wouldn't do what he wouldn't sleep. So I got him out. This is where I think I might have lost the pickaxe as well. But looks like my inventory is quite full here. So anyway, I have to dig up to the next level. So I just dig out where another, garden bed is going to be. And then we have a zombie just appear out of nowhere, which was weird. So we killed them off, and now we're moving the boat up to the next level. It just takes a little while. There's a a little baby zombie piggybacking on a big one. I've never seen that before. So yeah, murdered them, and then off to the next section of the. So yeah, I think they were just spawning over near the water elevators. So yeah, I just dug them out, put him in there. He's in. And then I was sort of hoping he would go to bed. Seeing if they were asleep. They're not. So I just thought I'd quickly do a bit of, Still in there. Still in there. So if it's just despawning, it's because I've got a full inventory. So I've got all the eggs. And then I'm trying to lure one of these villagers into the boat, but it wasn't happening. And then he got stuck. So this could be a section. This could be it here. So it's in my inventory there. And still is. Still in there. So yeah, you see here the village. When I get this guy in there, into the room, this guy goes straight to bed and the other villager doesn't. So I just get rid of the villager. So and I think that's where I might have lost the pickaxe. Maybe. I think that's where I lost it. I think it's despawned. So yeah, when I knocked that wall down, I think I picked up the stuff and the pickaxe fell out and I didn't pick it up, and then by the time I got back to looking for it, it was despawned. So that's me looking for it there. It doesn't take long for things to despawn anymore, which is a bit annoying. So yeah, I'd say that's what happened. I'm not going to go back and look at it in slow motion, but in normal speed anyway. But if we get a look at me looking in a chest, you'll probably see that it's gone. Anyway, I've got a new one now, but I was just curious to see what happened to it, because it just seemed to disappear all of a sudden. And so yeah, now we're trying to get this other villager upstairs, because a few spawned in the bottom level. So I think must have been because there was beds in there, and then I put my bed down. I think 2 villagers spawned, because now I've got no villagers spawning in there. It's all very confusing. I was very stoked that they both jumped in that boat. That was awesome. That saved me a trip. And after I got these guys upstairs, they were... there's no more spawning downstairs. These 3 have all grown up and have got positions upstairs. So the only question I have is, will they breed upstairs? Which I haven't had a spare bed yet upstairs. So hopefully that'll be that'll work. So then I'll have all my villagers. This has been mostly this whole stream is me just getting the villagers, you know, the progeny of the raptured villagers up and running, because I think both I've got 2 of the 2 farmers that I've got are maxed, and now I'm just working on the librarian. So it's coming together. I wish I could remember what the name of the building was. I'm sort of toying with the idea of making it into a giant chamber, you know, instead of having it levels like that. Having levels, but also having like it open out, so it could have a big space, you know, which I think would look pretty cool. But then it's sort of like there's a few areas of the tower of busy villagers, the tower of busy villagers who work on their own free will, is there's some stairs, so that sort of makes but I guess I could leave the stairs and just have glass, you know, and they could just have open areas. I don't know. It's just that bit between the 2 layers that would have to be neatened up a bit. Maybe just have... I don't know. I'll think about it. I actually had a good idea here. I grabbed some obsidian and filled that block in that I keep breaking with my pickaxe, so now I don't have to break it anymore. Yay, that was a good idea. I wish I'd thought of that ages ago. And back on the egg hunt, back on the egg raid, and now that we've got 5 villages again, we can start getting through our egg reserves. Yeah, I'm totally going to do that now. I want to have a multi-story leveled sort of area with, because I don't feel like I need any more vegetation, you know, any more plants and stuff like crops on the next level. But even if I do, it would be good to just have big spaces. Good to have big spaces, you know, around the place, you know, so maybe have like floating but yeah, because of the elevators though, the crops are sort of I don't know, I'm going to have to work on the crops. I think what I might do is just remove the pumpkin and the watermelon crops and then move everything around a bit. But I don't feel like I need any more than I've got, and if I do, I can just expand that bottom section out a bit, hopefully. Yeah, let's try not to get too carried away here, but I'm enjoying the build. So here's me trying to name the second level, and I had a lot of trouble with these brackets here. You can see the progeny of raptured villagers. I sort of went the progeny of raptured villagers, and then I was going to have and others or and friends, but I just couldn't get the brackets to sort of work. So I ended up I put it out and then ended up chopping it down because then I wanted level 2 on it. And now I think it's called level 2, the progeny of the raptured villages. And there's no and friends because I don't know, they're just not there. So when I move it down here to next to here, I think it looks better there. And so and see, now I can put a sign above it, you know, or maybe have a sign on the way in, you know, Tower of the busy villagers who work of their own volition, or something like that, something stupid. So yeah, that's good. We've got that sorted out, hopefully. But I do like that idea of making it a bit open, and I think I'll do that. The only problem might be if I need to add a third story, but I guess I can always just put a couple of blocks around the outside. So what are we doing here? I guess I'm naming one of my name tags for the villagers. So I think this is Son of Bob or Fred the Second. And got my new fortune pickaxe. I've got another Thorns level 3 ready for my pants when they're done, which probably get straight into once I've finished all this villager malarkey. Then we can get working on our armor again. But we're slowly getting towards an attack of the Ender Dragon. So we really don't want to die when we fight the Ender Dragon. That would be a real bummer. So doing some crop work here. Actually, that was me just organizing the notes on villages. So getting Fred the Second updated. So we're in our last chunk. This is what I just did, you know, an hour ago or so. Leveling up. This is the I decided to do a big so is this Lieutenant Bookman 2, I believe. But yeah, I think I think I've got Wesley Wyndham Price in my notes as raptured, but I don't think he was raptured. I think he is yeah, he's not raptured. So then I had to just go and check. And then so I found out that yeah, the next guy is Lieutenant Bookman II, is the next villager upstairs. So there's Wesley, Rupert, Evie, Felicia, Swanson, Rowan, Conan, Madam Pince, and Stan Lee. And upstairs we've got Son of Bob, Fred the Second, and Lieutenant Bookman II. So I never noticed it before when I was thinking of it, was that female people in history are not juniors. There's no, like, you know, Amy Jr. or stuff like that. So I don't know how I'm going to rename the lady characters. I'm just going to name them the second anyway. I don't care. Yeah. The whole passing, you know, I don't know. I don't want that in my world. And I want to recognize those women villagers that were raptured through their progeny. So I'm going to have Miss Dalton II or Miss Dalton Jr. something like that. Miss Dalton Jr. I like. So we've got a couple more chickens for the machine, and now we're leveling up a bunch of chickens. So getting rid of those seeds, which was good. We're set again for food for a while. I just wanted to get a stockpile of books. I think we've done that. But yeah, this is the end of this episode. McFizzle's Hardcore Survival World Season 5 Between the Streams episodes, between the streams 20 and 21. And thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me on the mystery of the disappearing Fortune 3 pickaxe. And hopefully tomorrow we'll have a new stream. Episode 21. That's the plan anyway. We'll see what tomorrow brings. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.